Have you ever wondered how one man could influence an entire era with nothing but his wit and poetry? This is the story of Abu Nawas, a man whose influence still resonates today, centuries after his death. Born in the mid-8th century in Persia, Abu Nawas's life began in an era of great cultural and intellectual expansion. He was the son of an Arab father and an Iranian mother, a mix of cultures that would later shape his worldview and his poetry. Orphaned at a young age, he was taken under the wing of a scholar who introduced him to the world of literature and philosophy. Abu Nawas moved to Iraq in his early 20s, a decision that would set the stage for his rise to prominence. Here he found himself in the heart of the Abbasid Caliphate, a melting pot of cultures and ideas. This vibrant and diverse environment nourished Abu Nawas's creativity, and he began to make a name for himself as a brilliant and provocative poet. His poetry was a reflection of his life, full of wit, humor, and a deep understanding of the human condition. He was known for his ability to weave complex themes into simple, engaging verses. His poetry encompassed a wide range of topics from love and wine to satire and spirituality, a versatility that was unprecedented for his time. Abu Nawas was not just a poet, but a courtier, a man who moved in the highest circles of society. Despite his controversial themes and often irreverent humor, he found favor with the Caliph, Harun al-Rashid, who admired his wit and intelligence. But his relationship with Caliph was a double-edged sword. While it brought him fame and fortune, it also exposed him to the dangers of court politics. His outspoken nature and his tendency to satirize the powerful often landed him in trouble. But even in the face of adversity, he never lost his spirit or his sharp tongue. Abu Nawas's influence extended far beyond his lifetime. His poetry has been translated into many languages and continues to be studied and admired for its depth and creativity. He is considered one of the greatest poets of the Arabic language, and his work has left an indelible mark on Arabic literature. In conclusion, Abu Nawas was a man of many facets. He was a poet, a courtier, a humorist, and a rebel. He lived his life on his terms, never shying away from expressing his thoughts, no matter how controversial. His poetry was a reflection of his life and his times, full of wit, satire, and a deep understanding of the human condition. To summarize, Abu Nawas's life began in Persia, where he was introduced to literature and philosophy. His move to Iraq in his early 20s was a turning point, where he began to make a name for himself as a poet. Despite his controversial themes, he found favor with the Caliph, Harun al-Rashid, but also found himself in trouble due to his outspoken nature. His work continues to be admired today, and he is considered one of the greatest poets of the Arabic language. This is the story of Abu Nawas, a man who used his wit and poetry to influence an entire era, and whose legacy continues to resonate today.